Welcome to the live stream. We are streaming Real Madrid, Barcelona, or Barcelona, Real Madrid, Copa del Rey final. Let's see if Real Madrid can make this respectable. Everyone's saying that Barcelona is going to just run all over them. We'll see if this is true. Before we talk about the starting lineups, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to both of our channels. Follow us all on TikTok, support our PayPals, and turn on the post notification bell so you guys know when we go live, do videos, live stream shorts, all that good stuff. We're not having Jason here tonight or today. Excuse me. Jason and I will be doing our own thing. He'll be streaming the what is it called? I'm blanking. Oh, the Stanley Cup playoffs between the Golden Knights and the Minnesota Wild. So, if you guys want to check that out, it's also on my channel. So here we go. And this, I believe, is the Real Madrid starting lineup. Please correct me if I'm wrong if you're seeing this, if you're seeing the Barcelona lineup. But if it's Real Madrid's, if you notice here, Kylian Mbappe is on the bench. Rodrigo gets the start. Apparently, Mbappe is still not fully 100% after that ankle injury that he suffered 2 weeks ago. So, let me know what you guys think of Kylian Mbappe being, not being 100%. Do you think Real Madrid is screwed even with him being out or in the game, rather? And Barcelona will, and here we go. Here's Martinez. And this is the other lineup here for Barcelona. So we'll see. By the way, no Lewandowski for Barcelona. He is out hurt. So, by the way, controversies surrounding the referees, where Real Madrid basically didn't even hold a press conference, didn't practice yesterday due to the referees' comments of what they perceived as favoritism and not being impartial. Oop. Here's Rafinha, was trying to look for the shot on target, but there's Rudiger. Here's Rafinha. And then going to the left side here, Martin. Here's Ferran Torres with a shot, and Rafinha, and it's corner kick. All right. Here's Dani Olmo's going to take this corner kick with a shot and a header. And it was uncoverable, but and looking for Rudiger here. Kouarsi. Koundé. Frankie de Jong. Real Madrid is playing defensively. Even Vinicius is defending. Dani Olmo. And here's Vinicius with the ball. And there's offsides. And Real Madrid's fans are singing the corruption of the Federation. My thoughts on that at halftime. Pedri. Six minutes in the first half, 0-0. Pedri to there defensively to check him. Bellingham loses the ball. De Jong. Valverde's there to save Bellingham's butt. Oh, thank you for who commented earlier in the. I wasn't live yet, but Jamal Ceballos crashes foul. Mendy is hurt. Wow. So Ferland Mendy, who just came back from injury just now, is hurt. It's barely 7 minutes in. And it's going to be the first. Wow. So Real Madrid forced to use a substitution 8 minutes into the first half, 8 minutes into the game, because of Ferland Mendy being hurt. And here comes Fran Garcia. Wow. This is now Ancelotti. What they're saying is that Ancelotti basically was asking the medicals like, "What the heck?" I thought that these guys were fine. Like that's what ended up happening with Camavinga on Wednesday too, when he was when they lost Eduardo Camavinga for the season. Um, Apparently Eduardo Camavinga got hurt, and the medics were like, "Yeah, he's fine. He can continue." And turned out to be for the worst. Ended up getting himself even more hurt, losing him for the season, and now Ferland Mendy's off. Wow. Real Madrid really needed to work on their defense this summer. And here comes the good ball. Dani Olmo with a shot. Asensio there. Fran Garcia. 12 minutes in, 0-0. Again, Real Madrid loses an injury. Loses a substitution. Here's Rodrigo, Rafinha, Vasquez, Pedri, and it'll be a goal kick for Real Madrid. Here's Daignan. Here's Yamal, who beats Fran Garcia. And here's Yamal with a shot. And it'll be a corner kick. It'll be the second corner kick for Barcelona. Here's the second corner kick. Here's all defense. Ooh, defensive header. Here's Valverde. Here's Daignan. Gonna go with Lamine Yamal. Here's Koundé. Here's Dani Olmo. Daignan. Martinez. Pedri. Rafinha, Tchouaméni, Valverde, and Bellingham. And is there a foul? You guys make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at OscarJMontiel37. Share the video. Like it if you're on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok. All those links are in the YouTube description. Nope. Here's Rafinha with a shot. And there's no one there. There was no Yamal. There was no Ferran Torres. And Barcelona still with the ball. Here's Dani Olmo. Here's Pedri. Here's a shot, and there's nothing. Let's see if Mbappe makes an appearance. He is on the bench because he's still not 100%. Here's Rodrigo. Vinicius. And was looking. And here's Olmo. Rudiger. Here's Rafinha. Here's Rafinha. Ferran Torres. And here's Bellingham. Looking for a handball again. The referees are under scrutiny because of what Real Madrid did. Long pass. And it's 0-0. And here's Jamal against 3. Falls, foul. Alexa Golden Knights score. 14 minutes, 45 seconds.
seconds left in the first period. The Minnesota Wild are tied with the Vegas Golden Knights 0-0.
All right, that's still 0-0. By the way, for those that are interested, you guys can go hop on and check out Jason's stream, Minnesota Wild taking on the Golden Knights on my YouTube. Um, give him some support there. We may end up. Uh, I may end up joining him depending on if this game ends early enough. Here's Rafinha. Here's Ferran Torres. Bellingham is hurt. Pedri. Yamal. Yamal with a shot. Ooh. And that was a Courtois was a bit confused. And that was barely a save. Here's Koundé. Barcelona is dominating the ball possession right now. Here's Ferran Torres. And there's a crash. Free kick. All right. Alexa, 35 degrees Celsius converted to Fahrenheit.
35 degrees Celsius is 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oof. Here's Rafinha with a shot. Header, Koundé. And Courtois with another save. Excuse me. Nice save. Here's Daniel Olmo. Here's Yamal with another shot, and it goes nowhere. And Barcelona is pressing. Here's Vasquez and Valverde. Here's Bellingham. Looking for Rodrigo. And Barcelona is frustrating Real Madrid early. Carlo Ancelotti is frustrated. Here's Gerard. Oh, mistake there. Dani Olmo. Pedri loses. Here's Rodrigo. And there's a foul. And it was Dani Olmo who committed that foul. Here's Vasquez. Here's Asensio. Here's Bellingham looking for the shot. Bellingham looking inside with a shot. Here's Vinicius. Ferran Garcia say with a shot on his left foot. And Real Madrid is finally waking up. Here's Ceballos. Rodrigo, who's on the other side. Here's Vinicius. Rodrigo looking, and there's nothing. Here's Lamine Yamal. Here's inside. Yamal and foul. We got 97 people in here. Can we get me to 100? Come on, get me to 100. Keep on sharing the stream on Twitter. If you guys are watching this on Twitter, share it. And also send me messages on Twitter. I will respond at halftime. Here's Ferran Torres. Asensio. Ferran Torres. Here's Barcelona. Here's Courtois. Vinicius. And Cubarsí now with the ball. 24 minutes in. And it's 0-0. Pedri. Here's Cubarsí. Here's divided ball. Here's Gerard. And there's a throw in for Barcelona. Wow. Carlo Ancelotti gets a yellow card. Man, this man, I don't know, this season, I don't know what's going on with Carlo Ancelotti, y'all, but he just loses his temper easily this season. He's frustrated with the team, he's frustrated with the refs. So, Carlo Ancelotti has a yellow card. Here's Pedri. Oh, so he was basically trying to protest the play, but he lifted up his hand. Here's Barcelona. Cubarsí. Koundé. Pedri. Here's 0-0 here. Dion loses the ball. And here comes Rafinha. Here comes Vasquez. Long pass. I was looking for Bellingham. Here's Belletti who steals it. Gerard. And it'll be a throw-in for Barcelona. By the way, here's Rafinha Vasquez. I was going to do some. Here's Koundé. Ferran Torres. Bellingham. Here's Vinicius. Had Vinicius there, but Here's Lamine Yamal. Yamal. Here's Pedri with a shot, and it's a goal for Barcelona. Barcelona's up 1-0. Or wow. Pedri with another shot. And it was Lamine Yamal with the assist and Pedri who put it through. Wow. So Barcelona's up early. All right, while they are doing this replay here, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe to both of our channels. Follow us on TikTok, support our PayPal, turn on the post notifications so you guys do know when we do live streams like these. Speaking of live streams, for me at least, soccer wise, baseball wise, we may have to see what Jason's thinking, but soccer wise, we'll be live streaming both semifinal matchups of the Champions League. So if you guys are a Barcelona fan, um, we will be streaming Barcelona Inter and then PSG Arsenal. So those are the two soccer streams that are coming up for the Champions League. I haven't decided if I should do more Real Madrid live streams. Probably the last Real Madrid live stream we'll do of the season is when they play Barcelona again in El Clásico. Pedri scores his second goal in El Clásico. 30 minutes in. And here's Rafinha with a shot. And Dani Olmo is hurt again. And there's a yellow card for Tchouaméni against Dani Olmo. And Dani Olmo was hurt. So, yellow card for Tchouaméni. So it'll be the second. It'll be the second yellow card. First one was for Ancelotti. Second one for Tchouaméni. And Dani Olmo's hurt, so Fermin is warming up. Ugh. All right. Wow. Here's Vinicius. Loses the ball. What if he is hurt? And here comes Barcelona. Here's Rafinha. And Gerard Martin. And there's a foul. Alexa, Golden Knights score.
With 5 minutes, 26 seconds left in the first period, the Minnesota Wild are tied with the Vegas Golden Knights 1-1.
Alright, so that is 1-1. Real Madrid's losing here 1-0. Here's Lamine Yamal. Here's Koundé. Here's Dani Olmo. Lucas Vazquez shut that down. Here's Ceballos. Here's Fran Garcia. Mendy, who was hurt in the 11th minute of this. No, sorry, 7th minute of this game. 2 yellow cards. First one, Carlo Ancelotti. Second one, Tchouaméni. Here's Bellingham. And here's Bellingham. And here's Fran Garcia. Vinicius looking with a shot. And the rebound. Here's Ceballos. And there's offsides. Let's see. Rebound, and there was offsides there by little. Ooh, that was going to be a nice play for Real Madrid, was able to execute it, but they're offside. And here's Koundé. Long pass. And almost not there. Here's Valverde. Long pass. Oh, nope. Here's a good play. Here's Ferran Torres. Here's Martin. Joe Martin inside with a shot. And they're going to review this to see if there's a penalty. Wow. Gerard Martin is hurt. Ooh. Foul against Dani Olmo, and they're saying penalty here. Man. And here we go. Gerard Martin with a yellow card there. Here's Vinicius with a shot. And Rodrigo gets there late. Valverde with us. Here's Valverde. And here's Vinicius. Falls. And Yamal takes the ball. Vinicius is down. Here's Yamal with two defend. Here's Ferran with a shot. And Rudiger just takes that out. We are 99 people watching in total. Get me to 100, y'all. Get me to 100. Come on. Smash that like button if you're on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube. Savaging Gamer, how you doing? Thank you for tuning on onto the stream. If you're still here, Rafinha with the ball now, and here's with a shot looking for the penalty box. Oh, Mbappe is warming up, so he may end up being a second half guy. A lot of mistakes in the middle of the park, in the middle of the field for both sides. These long passes get intercepted and get turned over, so by both sides, not just by mostly by Real Madrid, but by both sides. Gerard Martinez. Rodrigo only one goal in the last 3 months. He should be ashamed of himself. Here's Barcelona with the ball. Here's Olmo, Rudiger again to be there defensively. Bellingham now. Here's Vinicius looking outside. Kunde gets it though, and he falls. Fran Garcia mistake again. Oh, thunderstorm. Here's Pedri with the ball. Here's Dani Olmo, and there's false foul, and free kick. Let's see what happens here. All right, 42 minutes in. Oh man, here's the chance to go up. Rafinha with a shot, rebound. Nope. And it'll be the fourth corner kick for Barcelona here. Wow. So we'll see if Kylian Mbappe gets the start at the second half. I would take out Rodrigo. Rodrigo's terrible. Here's ooh, hits the post. Rafinha with a shot, and there was more confusion for the Real Madrid defense. Man, Real Madrid is just lucky with that. Just terrible defense. There was confusion. There was some miscommunication there. Varane with a shot that could have made it 2-0 Barcelona. Valverde, Vinicius. Here's outside Kunde. And Kunde may have gotten hurt there. Corner kick for Real Madrid, and it's the first one of the first of the game. Share this stream on your social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, what you name it. If you're on YouTube and watching on YouTube, like this stream. The shot, and here's Rafinha. Real Madrid up, or excuse me, Barcelona up 1-0. And they're gonna add 5 minutes of stoppage time here. Lamine Yamal is hurt and crashed with Dani Ceballos there. All right. And five minutes added here. Portugal gonna take it up. Here's Cubarsí, Rudiger, Jude Bellingham. Ooh. And here comes Vinicius looking. And Chesney. And there's a penalty? Oh, nope. It's offsides. And Ancelotti and Vinicius are not happy. Let's see. Is it offsides or is it penalty? That was a penalty, but Vinicius Jr. was too far out, and it ended up being an offside instead. It was going to be a penalty there, but again, Vinicius Jr. was offsides. Nope, and there's Valverde with a handball. 2 gone in stoppage time, 3 more to go. Another foul. Inigo Martinez is hurt. Here's a free kick for Barcelona. Here's with a shot. Corner. Fifth corner kick for Barcelona. No, and it's pouring rain here. Here's Danny Olmo with a shot. Takes that out. Header. Rodrigo. Rafinha. Here's Courtois gonna take it out. Here's looking for Bellingham. Koundé. Danny Olmo. Falls again. Here's Lucas Vasquez. Here's Bellingham. Oh. Here's Yamal Belletti. And there's no Wither. And that'll do it for the first half. So that's wow. Real Madrid is down 1-0. Belletti with a nice goal, with a nice shot. Two yellows, one for Ancelotti, one for Tchouaméni. Now the talking point that I feel like is going to happen is the offsides of Vinicius Jr. that could have ended up being a penalty, but he was offsides. It is what it is. But the Real Madrid is going to whine and cry about that all day. So we'll see about that. Um, we'll talk more. Give me a few minutes. I'm going to post a quick photo on YouTube. Again, if you guys are finding me for the first time, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to both of our channels. Follow us all on TikTok, support our PayPal, turn on the post notification post so you guys know when we do new live streams, videos, shorts, posts, all that good stuff. And also follow me on Twitter at OscarJMontiel37. I will be right back, guys. All right, welcome back. Um, we are getting ready for the second half here. Barcelona 9 shots on target in total. Real Madrid 1. Didn't see if Vinicius Jr. is warming up, however. Barcelona is dominating time possession. By the way, the refs put out the main ref put out a statement. Real Madrid said basically because of the impartiality, there will be no practice, no press conference. Immature by Real Madrid, in my opinion. They basically also put a video out stating the impartiality of this referee that's refereeing this game. Again, they're saying, "Oh, well, we are concerned because we're not going to get calls." Well, that's why you don't trust the refs. You don't trust your own talent. Are you kidding me? She says Bios is off and in comes Mbappe. I don't like this move. I would have preferred Rodrigo, but okay. Oh, okay. Never mind. All right. So nope, no. So Rodrigo. So I was this. Rodrigo's going to be subbed off. And on comes Mbappe. That's a smart choice. So Rodrigo's not been himself since. I mean, Vinicius Jr. isn't himself either. But anyway, in comes Mbappe for Rodrigo. Here we go. Got me to 104. Shot. Small shot. Farther. That's within the first 45 seconds. So, okay. Ben's is shaking though. Modric is also shaking. You got me to 104 last I saw. Can we get me to 120? Or 105? Get me to 120. 120 people watching me. No, Rafa. The meme is one for Barcelona. 1.5 minutes into the second half. Beyond. Mbappe has not touched the ball yet. To our team. Mbappe and Vinicius on the right side. Here's Koundé. Mbappe. Shot. Hard kick. Hard blast. Alexa for the next one. Modric and Barcelona. Shot foot, and that is knocked away. And Barcelona's continuing their dominance. Yeah, that was a smart choice, Ancelotti, to cancel your practice. Okay. Mhm. Vinicius with a shot. Vinicius with a shot. Vinicius. Ooh, wow. And Vinicius with two shots straight, and Chesney with good saves. And Bellingham with a nice pass too, with a nice pass there. Second corner kick. That's the second half. Corner. That would be a goalkeeper goal kick. Using Martinez. Hang on. We're at 104 people watching, y'all. You know what? I'll compromise. Don't give me the 120. Give me the 110. Okay. Hang on. Small. Here's Olmo. And here comes the sixth corner kick of Barcelona. Sixth of the game, first of the second. And 6 minutes in. Shot. Looking inside. Better. Conservative. Vasquez. Hurt. And Olmo. Lamine Yamal. Frankie on. Quality. And they. Yeah. Offside for Barcelona. Here's Modric, and here comes Arda Güler. Mbappe has yet to touch the ball. Bellingham. Mbappe. Mbappe. Inside. Mbappe. Inside. Mbappe. Mbappe. Chesney with a save. Goal kick. Here comes the Lucas Vasquez is off. Modric. Arda Güler. And on comes Dani Ceballos. Or off comes Dani Ceballos. On comes Arda Güler. And then Lucas Vasquez is off. And in comes Luka Modric. Wow. Come on. And Chesney takes that out, but what is going on? Here's Chesney. 12 minutes in, and it is still down 1-0 with a nice goal from Chesney. Martinez out. And he's rolling for Real Madrid. And she's flicking on the field. Going off the corner. Madrid's been in 40 finals, and one half of them lost them. Barcelona's been in 42 finals, won 31 of them, lost 11. Shot. Vinicius with a shot. Real Madrid is finally waking up. He stole it from Pedri, and he just took a shot on him. Let's see. Pedri. Mueller. Mueller. No, in this game, he's the top goal scorer in Copa del Rey. Genius shot. Pina is just getting it done. Done. Over it. Maybe, goal kick. 29 minutes to go in regulation. Essential there. Mbappe. Modric. Here's the shot. Real Madrid is getting comfortable and more comfortable. Mbappe will another into the shot, and it's another corner. Third, third corner kick of the game, second of the half. Real Madrid is getting more and more confident here. Almost 18 minutes in. Modric can take it. Modric can take it out. Here's Modric. Here's a shot. And offsides, Vinicius Jr. Or 107, y'all. Get me to 110. Come on. Three more people in here. Barcelona's off. Here comes Fermin Lopez. And Dani Olmo is going to go off. And Pedri is out. And Lopez, Olmo's off. Foul. At 109. Come on. Share this. Share the link on Twitter, yo. Follow me on Twitter as well. Repost it. Post it. Mm, this one is hurt. Pedri back up. Barcelona. He's up 1-0. Or Martin also scored for Barcelona. So we'll keep it going. Let's just like you know, walk. Let's see. Seven. What do we score? Taking up it. And there's a foul. Foul on Mbappe. Yellow card for saying it should be a red card. Mbappe is 69th minute in, 21 minutes to go. Mbappe is going to Oh, off the post, and it's a goal for Real Madrid. Mbappe, Mbappe off the free kick. It hits the post, ricochets off the post, and it's in. 70th minute, we are tied. Barcelona, Real Madrid with changes, and they have been beneficial. Leon, shot, with a header, the cross saves that. So we are tied 1-1. Remember, if this Mbappe just scored, we are tied 1-1. See if Barcelona reacts. Stuck at 109 viewers. Make sure you guys like it on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. Follow, um, share this thing on Twitter. Modric, yeah, Modric, number defense. Let's see. Modric, Mal, Pedri, Inde, Says, shot. Rudiger saved that. Martinez. There's Yamal. Pedri, shot. Ball. Team. Running with the ball. Barcelona now looking for the second goal. Okay. Inde. Shot. Going. Mal. Mhm. Okay. Here's, here's Vinicius with a shot. You want to see there to come back and cover that. Vinicius and Mbappe are finally getting comfortable. Here comes Araujo and Gabby, Barcelona. Header. Goal kick for Real Madrid here. 15 minutes to go in regulation. Corner kick. Another corner kick. Fifth of the game for Real Madrid. Mueller. Corner kick. Sixth for Real Madrid. Fifth of the second half. The shot. Oh, a goal! Real Madrid up with the header. Who scored it? Chouameni, who was not marked defensively, takes the header, and Real Madrid is up 2-1. 13 minutes to go. Chouameni, who did not touch the ball. All right. So the question is, does Real Madrid keep on pressing to get an insurance score, or do they try to play it defensively there? Uh-oh. So Rudiger is hurt. Rudiger sounds looks hurt. And now Barcelona, who had a 1-0 lead and were comfortable in the entire first half, could have been up by 2 or 3. Now find themselves down 1. So watch out, Antonio Rudiger is hurt. You got first goal for Chouameni in Classico. Got into the box. Oh, they're probably going to add a lot of minutes to this, though. Here's Valverde. Lopez. Martin. Moss. Anthony. Day. I'm going to take it out. Yeah, we can for the ball here. Real Madrid is up 2-1 on Torres. With our Martinez. He's starting good. Oh, but he's outside. Oops, Alex Vinicius. This time he's onside. Vinicius outside. And now he's up. I like the next step. 81st minute. Sunday. Here's Modric. Here's Already. Here's right. Here's Lamar. Lamar with a shot for 12 with the save. Corner kick the 7th for Barcelona of the game. Take this off. Careful. Not bad. Take it out. Wrong one. 30. Vinicius. Here's Vinicius inside. And nope. And no foul. Here's Verde. Ball out. Go in. Here comes. How much he probably go off and you can back the board. You can Gabby. You can go pick from Rich. Come on. They're on Torres. And it's tied 2-2. Real Madrid was not ready for that defensively. On Torres with the goal 2-2. Rudiger's pain is just too slow to react. 2-2. And want off, and Gabby, Ronald Araujo coming on, and Martinez. 5 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. Mhm. Two. Speed is cutting out. Hold on. I'm getting a phone call when I'm streaming. Let me see who's calling. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right. All right. All right. Brahim is coming on. Vinicius is hurt. Let me open Hulu. Let's see what's going on. Oh, it's just they're having technical difficulties here. Let's see if I can. Let's see if they can. Oh, come on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let's see. Yeah, they stopped playing it because of the feed. Let's see. Okay, so it's looking like it's gonna go to extra time here. We are 2-2 going to extra time, apparently, because of the. All right, so it's 2-2 with stoppage time here. They added 6 minutes. Gabby. And they still don't have. Gabby. Kunde. Extra time is looming here. Oh, there we go. Fermin. Lamine Yamal. Yeah, I'm sorry. Last 2 minutes of stoppage time. I'm sorry that I'm slipping with no commentaries that they're struggling because they are having technical glitches themselves. The crew that Just watching the game. It's looking like we're going. It's looking like it's going to extra time here. Damn. No, the sound is out. Rafinha. The penalty is given 96 minutes in. Oh, a penalty is given to Barcelona. And it's an awful challenge there. Wow. Asensio made a terrible challenge. And here's the thing, Asensio slipped and he still makes the challenge, and here's Barcelona to win the Copa del Rey from the penalty spot. Unless VAR decide otherwise. And now they got feedback. Let's see. Is there contact? They're looking at it now. Asensio gave a penalty away in this against Arsenal. That's a stupid challenge by Asensio. There needs to be clear proof, though, that there is no contact, that the referee made the error. Let's see. VAR is now getting involved here. And it's going to be a penalty. Real Madrid is going to say that there isn't any contact, but it was just a terrible challenge nonetheless. And you can hear the whistles. Let's see. And this is literally a day after when this referee was already under scrutiny for screwing Real Madrid, as they said. Let's see. In that angle, there is no penalty there. My AirPods here. And let's see. Wow. Rafinha's getting a yellow for diving. No penalty. So no penalty here. And the clock is ticking to 100 minutes. And that is full time. And we're going to go to extra time here. Wow. What a dramatic. Let me see it. Alexa, Golden Knights score.
19 minutes, 35 seconds left in the third period. The Minnesota Wild are beating the Vegas Golden Knights 2-1.
Yep, we are going to extra time, y'all. So, rules for those that don't know it, they got to play the full 30 minutes. If Real Madrid or Barcelona score or have the lead, they win it. If it is a tie by any stretch of the imagination, they're gonna go to penalties, and it's 2-2. And we are just waiting for extra time to. Let me know in the comments or on Twitter. Did Barcelona get screwed here tonight? Here. All right. All right. Real Madrid made 5 substitutions. They are allowed to have an extra one. Let's see. By the way, VAR was the only time that was the only time that VAR got involved in this game. All right. All right. Extra time in the Copa del Rey. And there goes the feed again for ESPN. They're frustrated. Yeah, they're Kunde feeding all the way back. Wow. So they're having technical difficulty. Oh, they're back. Let me go back to the Spanish version because they're not commentating. Let me. Let's see if this is better. Here's Pedri, Modric, Cubarsí, Martinez, and it'll be throw in for Real Madrid. Here's Valverde. Here's Varane. Here's Ferran Torres. Here's Yamal. Yamal looking with a shot. And here's Chouameni. Here's Modric. Here's Bellingham. Here's Brahim Diaz inside outside. Here's Mbappe looking for the shot. Ooh. Modric. Here's Mbappe. Here's Brahim Diaz. Mbappe. Here's ooh, but that was a bad play. All right. Valverde. Modric. Valverde again. Asensio. Fran Garcia. Brahim Diaz. Here's with a shot. Mbappe. Ooh. Araujo there. Tchouameni. Here's Ancelotti's team. Modric. Uh, Tchouameni. Here's Kunde. Brahim Diaz with a shot. Brahim Diaz. Ferran Torres. Ferran. Here's Rafinha. Okay. Barcelona now with the ball. Gabby. Pedri. Yeah. Luka Modric and Fran Garcia are the ones that are tired. Here's a shot. Rudiger takes it out. Here goes off Pedri. Here's Fermin Lopez inside. It was for Ferran Torres there. Courtois. It's 2-2 here. Belletti with a goal. Then it was Mbappe off the post. Then it was Chouameni out with a header, and then another goal. Rudiger. Koundé shuts that down. Enric Vallejo. Here's long pass. Koundé will win that. Oh, here's Mbappe. Touch it. Here's Bellingham falls. Here, Rafinha now with the ball. Alexa, Golden Knights score.
12 minutes, 29 seconds left in the third period. The Minnesota Wild are tied with the Vegas Golden Knights 2-2.
It's 2-2 over there too. Dang. Garcia. Here's Rafinha, Yamal. Here's Fermin Lopez. Fermin. And Courtois saves it. Long pass. On Garcia. Modric. Mbappe touches it. Bellingham falls. Here's Ferran Torres. He's looking for Rafinha. Here comes Real Madrid. Here's Modric. Long with a shot, and Araujo saves that one. Oh man, I would take Bellingham. Here's Gabby. Gabby doesn't want to touch it. Here's gonna go to the right side. Rafinha and Courtois takes that. Ferran Torres is tired. Koundé. Gabby. Inigo Martinez. No one in the penalty box. Gabby. Rafinha. Rafinha. No. Bellingham and Gabby crashed into each other. Foul. Free kick. Frankie de Jong and Hansi Flick are not happy with that decision. Um, who Rafinha falls in the penalty box. Here's play here. Inigo Martinez. There was nothing there. Here's Fermin Lopez. Rafinha. Ferran with a shot. And a nice shot. And Courtois saves that. Courtois, that was a good opportunity for Barcelona to take back the lead and most likely gotten the winner. Here's 3-1. Guler, nothing. Rebound. Corner kick. 7th corner kick for Real Madrid. 6th of the... Rudiger. Takes it. Here's a shot. And nope. Chesney takes it there. Yamal. And that'll do it for the first half of the extra time. 2-2 still. Still think that Barcelona got screwed because that's all what people are going to be talking about. Let's see. Wow. So Carlo Ancelotti just telling his players to be patient with the ball. Patient with the play. Alright. Right. Last 15 minutes. Here we go. Alexa, Golden Knight score.
With 9 minutes, 1 second left in the third period, the Minnesota Wild are tied with the Vegas Golden Knights 3-3.
Oh wow, 3-3 in that game. Okay. All right, 2-2 here, 3-3 with the Golden Knights. If you guys want to check out that Golden Knights, I would have thought that I would have been joining Jason by now, but nope, not happening. All right. Here we go. Last 15 minutes. Here we go. Last 15 minutes of extra time. Will this go to penalties? Damn. Fermin Lopez. Bellingham takes the ball. Here comes Bellingham, and there's a whistle and foul. Free kick. Real Madrid. Got 111 people watching. Can y'all make it 115 by the end of extra time? Rudiger. Rudiger is banged up. Here's Barcelona. Yamal. Eric. Nice pass. Here's a Lopez with a and offsides. That Ferran Torres was offsides, and the here's Bellingham. Here's Jude Bellingham, yellow card. Kicks Eric Garcia. Fermin Lopez could have honestly ended that game. Alexa, Golden Knights score.
With 8 minutes, 16 seconds left in the third period, the Minnesota Wild are tied with the Vegas Golden Knights 3-3.
8 minutes, 16 seconds to go in that game. And it's gonna be goal kick for Real Madrid. There's only been one penalty shootout between these two teams, which Real Madrid won 4-1 in 1984. Ooh. Here's Mbappe. Mbappe in the penalty box. Here's Valverde. Arda Güler with a shot. Bellingham. Nope. And there was Chesney. Oh, wow. Endrick coming on. So, Rudiger, man. Eighth corner kick of Barcelona here. Vinicius, who was already hurt, man, and Vinicius was honest. In all honesty, my like Rafinha, nope, and he goes nowhere. Yeah, it's gonna be a goal kick. Here comes Endrick and Rudiger, who cannot withstand the pain. So it's looking like Endrick has a huge opportunity. Endrick has so Tchouaméni will play center back. All right, Courtois going to take that out. Far. Inigo Martinez touched it. Hendrick with the ball. Fouls. Nothing. Here's Modric. Bellingham. Fran Garcia. Here's Brahim Diaz. Mbappe. Raheem. Asensio. Tchouaméni. Arda Güler. Long pass. Koundé. Here's Lamine Yamal. Yamal looking. And midfield. Gabi. Inside the penalty box with a shot. And Valverde there to shut down. Here was Real Madrid on the counter-attack. On the left side, here comes Bellingham. Mbappe with the ball. Here's Arda Güler. Hendrick. And it'll be a goal kick. Here's the play. Arda Güler. Bellingham! Oh! Almost in. And Bellingham is cramped up too. Wow. That injury to Ferland Mendy is haunting them. And here comes Pau Victor for Barcelona. Here comes Real Madrid now. Bellingham. Here's Güler. Hendrick. Valverde. Ooh. Here's Koundé there to save that one. Bellingham again. Here's long pass. Tchouaméni there defensively. Here's Rafinha. Yamal. And Yamal is tired. Asensio. Alexa, Golden Knights score.
2 minutes, 49 seconds left in the third quarter. The Minnesota Wild are tied with the Vegas Golden Knights 3-3.
And here comes the change. We're on Torres. Pau Victor. Here's Koundé. What happened here? Oh, Koundé scored it. It's looking like Barcelona's going to win this Copa del Rey. Koundé stole the ball. Kunde. Modric just with a mistake there. Brahim. Luka Modric. Luka Modric just got beat. That was a bad play. But wow. All right. Let's see. Here's Brahim Diaz, Mbappe, and there's. Oh nope. Everyone's saying penalty, but nope. He was offsides. Wow. He was offsides. Wow. Here's Fermin Lopez. Barcelona to close it out. Luka Modric actually fell down on Garcia. Here's Barcelona now. Fermin Lopez. 1 minute to go. Here's long pass, long pass. Nope. Rafinha. Pau Victor. Inside. Modric. And Fran Garcia. Can't take it out. Last seconds here. Here, Modric. They're going to add 2 minutes of stoppage time. Modric. Well, long pass. Chesney comes out. Here we go. Hendrick was offsides. Alexa, Golden Knights score.
With 1 minute, 2 seconds left in the third period, the Minnesota Wild are tied with the Vegas Golden Knights 3-3.
Wow. Here's a play here. Valverde gonna take it out. Here's in the penalty box. Here's all right. 30 seconds to go. Bellingham. I don't know who's gonna take it. And here, Mbappe. Uh-oh. V. What happened here? That's wild. What? Rudiger threw something on the field. That's a shame. And Real Madrid, they are frustrated, but I cannot excuse this. I cannot condone. And that's it. Barcelona is the champion of the Copa del Rey. Vinicius Jr., Lucas Vasquez, and Antonio Rudiger. Oh boy. Nice sportsmanship by Arda Guler there. But everyone else is not. I honestly. And here's the post game. Real quick, because I got to get going. That was a. What a shameful display to end that game. Like, forget about the. Real Madrid did what they could. They came back. They had a 2-1 lead, and their defense. Wow. The defense just. And this is what happens when you don't bring reinforcements. And Jason and I'm done talking about this. This is the last time I'm going to talk about this. You expect to win championships when you have injuries to your defense. No David Alaba, or not 100% David Alaba. No Eder Militao. No Dani Carvajal. And you don't bring guys in. What do you expect? I get that these guys are frustrated, but when you show poor sportsmanship, and when you're doing this, when you're surrounding the referee for what controversial. Here's the thing: the controversy should have been in the second half, because honestly, the ref gave you life. The ref gave you life when you guys didn't have any. When you guys gave up a goal because of a meltdown in defense. So, disallowing a penalty that was given to Barcelona, setting it into extra time, and then you guys have a poor play. Luka Modric, one of the best to do it, has a bad play. But then at the end of the game, Guys who are not even on the field. Vinicius is not on the field. Lucas Vasquez not on the field. Rudiger not on the field. Throwing things to the referee and insulting the refs, like, that's inexcusable. That's piss poor. That's really bad. That's just poor sportsmanship on Real Madrid's end. Ancelotti trying to maintain calmness, but I think that Real Madrid need a new voice at this point. So it is what it is. So Real Madrid loses out on another title, another trophy, and they're most likely they're the final nail in the coffin will probably when they face again against Barcelona in 2 weeks' time in La Liga. But let me know what you guys think of this game. Was Real Madrid's ending distasteful? I know it was. It definitely was. But that's it. That's all. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to all of our channels. Follow us all on TikTok, support our PayPals. See you guys next time. Peace.